Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Is this a real thing? Apparently it is. Donald Trump was asked whether he would run as a vice presidential candidate in 2028. Yeah, he says he's not going to do that. Okay? Yeah. Okay? He ended the speculation that he would run as a vice presidential candidate. Could you imagine? Yes, Vice President Trump. Okay, I'm so sure that's going to happen. He made that statement at a gaggle of reporters. He made it clear that this whole conversation is kind of dumb, which we all kind of know that it is. So we have great people. I don't have to get into that. One of them standing right here. We have JD. The vice president's great. Marco is great as well. I'm not sure if anyone would run against those two. I think if they ever formed a group, it would be unstoppable. So it was more a Vance Rubio ticket than anything else. Okay, I like that. I like it. I'm in.
Number 6.
Alabama GOP Chairman John Wahl highlighted a positive conversation he had with the AA. And I think this is probably good for the AA to hear them talking with the ALGOP. So it was pleased to hear directly from the AEA that they have no plans to pursue additional reporting or enrollment requirements for homeschool families. They're going to have a lot of people that are not going to be happy about that because the base there in the Democratic Party in Alabama wants them to target homeschooling. And this is not going to be going well for them. They want them going after it by saying, well, how come they don't have to X, Y, and Z? It's like, well, because that's the whole point. We have to do this, this, and this. It's like, yes, and you failed repeatedly. So why would you put the standards you want on yourself on somebody else? Doesn't make any sense. No, thank you.
Number 5.
Governor Kathy Hochul's speech at a rally for Zohran Mamdani's campaign in New York City was quote-unquote interrupted, and I don't understand why they're using the term interrupted, with a tax the rich chant. A mantra Democrats in the city and elsewhere are fully in support of, despite rational fears by rational Democrats about how it plays. But I don't know why are they pretending like this was like a bunch of crazy hecklers or something? That's not what it was. These are Mamdani supporters. They believe the whole tax the rich stuff. Because if you just took from the rich, they could have everything that they want. It's like the whole government shutdown is about giving these people things. And yeah, they want more. That's all it's about.
Number 4.
All right, you guys better rein these guys in. The International Federation of Professional and Technical Engineers has filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump's administration over some of the people at NASA at the Marshall Space Flight Center. Why? Well, they're arguing that stripping their collective bargaining rights is somehow illegal. And what's interesting about this is they're claiming, are you ready for this, that they are not a national security agency. I don't know if you want to go down that path. I don't know if you want to go down that path to argue that. That's not true. And then they said this, we are for scientific exploration for the benefit of all humanity. Okay, all right, thank you very much. You're a national security entity. We all know that, so let's calm down, okay? Don't make that argument. It's bad. It's bad.
Number 3.
The U.S. and China heading towards trade talks, and ahead of those trade talks, we have a bit of a deal or a framework for a deal with Xi Jinping. The Russian president. No. China's president, excuse me. They've agreed to the framework for a possible trade pact ahead of that face-to-face meeting that's happening later this week. But they're saying we do not have a final deal. Okay? And they sound like they want to get something done. But I'm sorry. I've heard enough of the whole, well, we have a framework of a deal thing. I want real deals being cut, not just frameworks. So hopefully they get somewhere on that. But they're trying to avoid those 100% tariffs. There's TikTok involved. There's fentanyl involved. Hell, sounds like a hell of a party, actually.
Number 2.
The USDA announced that there will be no federal SNAP benefits for the 1 in 8 Americans who receive those benefits because of the government shutdown. And holy cow, they're going to end the government shutdown over food stamps. It's wild, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's wild. Democrats are focusing on another giveaway. That, of course, the giveaway for Obamacare subsidies. Because healthcare costs are going to go up unless these subsidies continue and grow and grow and grow. There's no other way to keep healthcare costs artificially low unless they keep doing that. So that's where Democrats are. They're literally arguing over how much free stuff they can give you. That's what they're arguing. They're arguing who can be in control of giving you more free stuff. That's the argument that's taking place.
Time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
U.S. Representative Dale Strong says the 27-day government shutdown is a Democrat strategy to earn political points with the far left base. See the tax the rich chants and things like that. That's who Democrats are playing to. U.S. Representative Barry Moore stated the GOP is ready to negotiate health care reforms after the government reopens. So that's where they're at here. And you have the Republicans, I think, standing rather firm. I think this is showing that Republicans are they're together. Okay? They're not weakening. The strong bargaining position for Republicans continues. And I think that they are ready to push this thing past November 1st. I think Democrats are going to collapse here this week. I think that's what's going to happen. I hate it. God, and I know I keep saying it, but it frustrates me to look at this and see that it's like food stamps, food stamps, food stamps, food stamps. It's all they care about. It is all they care about. And I get it. I absolutely get it. There are people that rely on those food stamps. There are people who use them. I absolutely understand that. But everyone's okay with causing that pain in order to get what they want. And I could be wrong here, but the food stamp beneficiaries, at least the lifetime food stamp beneficiaries, the government welfare beneficiaries, I would bet that that's a Democrat stronghold when it comes to maybe divvying up that particular voting block and seeing where they go. That would be my guess. I could be wrong about that. Maybe there's some numbers out there. If you know where they are, let me know. I'd love to see them. But I can't imagine there's a bunch of predominant Republicans. I can't imagine that group is predominantly Republican. I just can't. I can't. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I am. Maybe that's why it works. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. If we don't reopen the government, nobody can give you anything. Sounds terrible, but I think that's where we're at. So, will food stamps go out? I bet these people do get their food stamp money, and I bet the government's open by next Monday. That'd be my thought. We'll continue to cover this story, obviously. That's the 7 things you should be talking about today. We'll continue. Don't forget, get your questions in for 10 with him. We'll get to those a little bit later in the program. Jay Towns coming up, the former U.S. attorney for North Alabama, here in a bit as well. So keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 things you should be talking about today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.